If you could describe what a period is like in 3 words, like what periods are basically just in general in 3 words, what would those 3 words be?
Painful, not fun, and amazing.
Why are they amazing?
Well, they're amazing because that's how you and me were born and everything.
In this video, my little brother is going to learn even more about periods, probably more about periods than any 8-year-old boy will ever know. Are you excited?
Well, I don't exactly know if excited is the right word.
Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today's video is going to be my little brother learning about periods. So yeah, Max has his own YouTube channel too, so just before we get into this video, this is his YouTube channel. Go subscribe to it. I'll put the link to it down below. He's like a little therapist. It's really, really cute.
I would please like you to subscribe and like my YouTube video.
So please go subscribe to him, and without further ado, let's get into the video. Let's give a little backstory on the whole period thing. So Max lives with me. I'm his older sister. He lives with me, our mom, and our aunt, so 3 women. And we all sync up in our periods sometimes. So is that fun for you?
Well, not exactly, for one single reason. I don't mean to be like mean or anything, but when you're complaining, I have to comfort you, and all at once, it's such a big job.
Yeah, because we get hit by our periods very hard.
I remember the first time you got your period, I think it was November 7th or...
No, November 6th. Okay, so he is going to give my first period basically from his perspective. He's 8 years old, I'm 14. He was 7 when I got my period and I was 13 when I got my period. I have a whole video on my first period story. You guys can go check it out here, but he's now going to give his perspective, so go ahead.
Well, my perspective on what happened is basically, it was like really late at night because I got to stay up, and Beth, my mom, was just brushing my teeth. And basically I just,
yeah, he was in the bathroom with me. We have a very open family, don't judge.
I just heard Ruby say, hey, what is that blood and everything? My mom got so excited and she was like, oh my God, you got your period! And we went to tell our little puppy, Mookie.
Yes.
And I just basically like stayed up all night. And we called my aunt and we just told her everything. Yeah, and she came home and we had a nice night. And my mom said, I'm gonna give you a cake that's like red. And
yeah, okay, so she made me red velvet cake the next day because it's red. And Max, he was excited because that meant he got to eat cake.
Yeah, I was excited. And yeah, that's basically all that I really remember because, you know, it's hard to remember every single thing that happened.
So every single month you have to deal with us. How do you feel about that?
Well, I think it's okay. And I know that that's like how people are made, that's how I was made and everything. But sometimes I think that maybe it could just lighten the load to not have 3 people at the exact same time comforting.
Yeah, because sometimes me, my mom who still gets periods, and my aunt who still gets periods are synced up because we all live together.
And then what I have to do is be like, you're okay, and then like comfort my mom, comfort my aunt. For Ruby, it's the okay, because like not exactly the comforting type as we're your brother and sister.
Yeah.
But
so tell me what you think periods are. Like, what do you think, like the whole process? Tell me what you think.
Well, you have told me a little already about how like it feels like you're being...
I am educating this boy to grow up and not be a
woman disrespecter.
I am raising him, along with my mom, to be a respectful, understanding man of women.
Anyway, as I was saying, it feels like you're being squeezed.
When you have cramps.
When you have cramps and everything. And like, you just feel so bad because like you get headaches and you get all of these weird symptoms. You can also get tired and stuff like that. And you just want to sit, relax, do nothing, and not have any pain. Like when I have stomach aches, it's kind of like what you mean, because like you just want to sit down and not have any pain. So it kind of relates to that.
What about the blood aspect?
Well,
describe what you think that's like.
It's just not really a good experience to like see blood every time you go to the bathroom.
He got that right, nailed on the spot right there. Okay, so what about like the process? What happens before you get a period, and then like why you get a period? Do you know anything about that, or should I teach
you? Get a period because it'll like
it seems like you're a little confused. I'm going to...
it'll make you have a baby and everything.
Well...
And that's why. But, and also, what happens in the middle of a period is you ovulate.
Yeah, the middle of the cycle.
Which means that you get more eggs for babies.
That's kind of it, but I'm gonna tell you what happens. So basically, let's say you finished your period for that cycle. So your ovaries, which are like two little balls at the sides, like right here kind of, they contain millions and millions of eggs. Then there's a fallopian tube. So like there's the two little ovaries, and then there's tubes that bring it into the uterus. And the egg, when you ovulate, an egg gets released from one of the ovaries and hangs in the fallopian tube. And this is so basically, if you're trying to get pregnant, the egg will be fertilized and go into the uterus and implant. That's what happens when you ovulate if you're trying to have a baby. But if you don't get pregnant, then the egg kind of just sits there for a little while and it waits, but then it's like, no baby here, okay. And this whole time when the egg's been waiting, blood has been building up in the uterus for, do you know this?
The blood is for the baby because
that's right.
It's transferred to the baby.
Yeah, so like basically the blood is building up in the uterus for a baby, but there's no baby if you don't get pregnant. Then as the blood like builds up, the egg's waiting and waiting and waiting, and it's like,
okay, screw this, I'm not waiting any longer.
And so basically the egg drops into the uterus, I think, or something like that, and all your hormones start to drop. Like it basically goes like this. So these are your hormones the day after you finish your period, then they go up, 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 and they spike at ovulation, all your hormones, and then they rapidly drop. So when your hormones drop, that's when you start feeling all the cramps, headache, your boobs hurt. You get food cravings. Tell them how I sneak chocolate.
Actually, I can't really say that because you sneak chocolate more than when you have your period, but yeah.
That's true. So then your hormones drop, and basically a hormone releases. I actually don't know what the hormone's called. Let me look it up real quick. Got my computer right here.
I think there are three hormones.
Hormones, yeah.
And by the way, if you all know, I'm only in 2nd grade, so I don't know a lot of this stuff.
Yeah. Basically, the two main hormones that are regulated during your cycle are progesterone and estrogen. So basically, after the follicle releases the egg, it releases mainly progesterone and estrogen. If you don't get pregnant, then the estrogen and progesterone levels start to decrease, basically, and that causes the onset of your period, and it makes your uterine lining, the blood, excuse me, can you pay attention? It makes the period blood, the can't speak. The uterine lining shed, basically, and you get the PMS symptoms. Sometimes you even gain weight. Did you know that? Mm-hmm. Yeah, because of all your bloating, and you retain water on your period. That's what happens like during a period, and then all the lining comes out after the hormones release, and the period lasts, I think the typical range is like 2 to 7 days. Imagine only having your period for 2 days. I have mine for like 7 to 8 days, and you're just bleeding.
And I think my mom once had hers for like 9 days or something.
Yeah, it's just really hell. The constant sensation of blood flowing out of you and changing your pad all the time. You only have like 5 good days each month after you start getting your period, because your period's hell, and the 1 to 2 weeks leading up to it are hell, because sometimes you get pain during ovulation. I have really bad ovulation symptoms for some reason, and the PMS, and then the actual week of the period. So you really have 3 bad weeks and 1 good week, like 1 good week before you ovulate. So now what do you think? Like, what do you think that's like now that I've told you the whole process?
Well, I think that if you were to do a chart of if women were more useful and had to go through more than men, I think it would probably be women here, men here.
So you agree that women go through more than men?
Yeah.
You are a good one. See, I'm raising him to be like a great man. Look how cute.
Periods shouldn't be gross because women have to go through so much to do that. They don't do it more than once. Actually, Ruby looked it up on the internet, and there are like 500 periods.
Yeah, because you have like 40 years of having a period. Let's say you get it at like 12 years. Sorry, my computer like talks.
Yeah.
You usually get your period at age 12 and stop at around-ish age like 50 to 60, I think. That's like the typical range. So that's around like 40 to 50 years of menstruating, and once a month, and 3 bad weeks out of every month. So what do you think about that?
I think that makes men sound like ungrateful jerks.
I know, right?
I think that periods are very useful and everything because that's how all of us were born. 7 billion people were born from periods.
Plus more because people have died, but yeah.
I know, but yeah, that's like the remaining people right now.
Yeah.
It's just like amazing that just one woman and one man could make another person.
Because women menstruate.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so how are you going to treat, if you date a girl in the future and she has periods and stuff like that, what will you do for her?
I will treat her kindly and I will do all the stuff stuff for her.
Like what?
Like, you know, do the dishes, like make her all of her food, give her bread and breakfast, and like make her hot cocoa. That's really delicious. I haven't really had it before, but I just imagine it to be so delicious. And yeah, like I can't really name a lot more because I don't know about a lot of stuff that like my mom and everybody else do.
We use heating pads for cramps, and we eat a lot of chocolate, and we take Tylenol and Motrin for cramps and like the blood. He's gonna be a very good little boyfriend someday if he dates a girl. Comment down below if you think any girl that he dates in the future will be lucky to have him. What do you think? I think someone will be very lucky to have you if they have periods.
Yeah.
He's gonna be very understanding. That's how we're raising him.
I'm not that little anymore though. I'm 8 years old.
Any last words on periods?
Well, I've learned that the periods really are amazing and they put us all here.
You think periods should be normalized?
They should be normalized, yeah.
You think that people shouldn't think women are gross or weird for having periods or like make fun of them when they're on their period?
N-O.
That's correct. What did you learn from this video? Like, what did you learn about periods?
I learned that there are like 2 hormones. They kind of drop and make you feel bad, and that's where the cramps start.
The PMS, premenstrual syndrome. Not fun, not fun at all.
And I also learned that, well, I didn't really learn it, I said it myself, but I also know that it's kind of like a stomach ache that you feel like you just want to sit down and not have any pain when you're on your period. It's not exactly the most pleasurable thing in your day when you have a period.
Yeah, that's so true. Just imagine basically having a hole between your legs and blood just pouring out every single time you walk, and it leaks everywhere.
I would want to sleep 24/7 because when you sleep, you can't feel anything.
That is correct, and that is why we're always tired when we're on our period.
It's because like I used to have this bad cut on my knee, and when I went to sleep, I couldn't feel any of it.
The blood doesn't hurt coming out, it's like the cramps basically, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
I know, but you know, like when you're sleeping, for all you know, you could have a period or you couldn't.
You are very right. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it and you enjoyed seeing my little brother on my channel. I do a lot of videos with him actually, so if you want to see more videos with him in the future, just let me know down below what kinds. I really hope that you guys are appreciating how much I'm educating him on what women have to go through like all the time. So yeah, that's it for this video. Please like it. If you made it to the end of this video, comment down below your brother is cute, because who could think he's not cute? And subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos like these, teen lifestyle videos,
and
period videos.
To my YouTube channel.
Yeah, go subscribe to his little YouTube channel. He really wants to grow like I'm growing. So yeah, by the way, I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for 200 subs. I'll probably have more by the time this video goes up, but thank you. And yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I love you guys. Say bye with me. Bye!